like a Jamie or something on the side, David.
Like Joe Rogan?
Yeah, literally, bro. Just because, like, you know, he gets that, just, all right, start recording. Because that's the, you know what I mean? I don't have to worry about this extra side stuff, like, setting up and all that shit. You know, it's just let the flow continue and stuff like that. Because this is how I be, you know? I just, you know, because like you said, like, literally, like, in my last guest, too, same shit, bro. Fucking, we had, like, a 30-minute conversation, 40-minute conversation before. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, we got to start recording now.
A lot of the stuff I was talking about earlier, I'm like, damn, we got to get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh, this is...
Actually, yo, talk about silver. Yeah, because actually, guys, to fill you guys in, we were talking about silver and the value of it in general, because we were just talking about podcasting and shit, and how that was one of the episodes I did. But I think silver and like precious metals is definitely making a big comeback into today's society, because, you know, like we were saying earlier, like the dollar, like what's the value of it? Like what do you think in the future? Like, do you think the American dollar is going to sustain itself within the next 5 to 10 years? Like, what's your opinion?
Honestly, I don't think so. 5 to 10 years, it might still be around, but if our economy doesn't improve, like a drastic change, it's over with. And it's crazy because it's seeming like technology is getting more and more in advance and more expensive. So, like, what is the value of a dollar? If you think about it, is the value really in the technology that you hold? But if the dollar doesn't work and they shut all the grids down, all the technology doesn't mean anything. So it's like we got to go back to just what the earth, you know, naturally makes. But how do we get that back on a currency system?
Maybe I'm just being this a little. I'm like, I know I try to be positive, but like a pessimist, but like I feel like it's because it's like it's not enough gold and silver, because it has rare value. You know, it's like it's not easy to get. Like, unlike, you know, the American dollar. Well, shit, everything's digital now. I was about to pull out cash, but I don't even think I have cash in my wallet. But you know what I mean? It's literally like that though. Digital numbers. It's not even like the paper money isn't even as, like, it still runs shit. Like now, obviously, like you said, you know what I mean? Everyone prefers cash. You don't get traced, all that shit, because everyone wants to be more private and stuff. But like, you know what I mean? Especially with COVID, I think it really showed like the big transition over from cash to, you know, even cards. Because even I went to what was it? It was an event. It was something. I'm trying to remember. It was like a national park or some shit. I probably not gonna lie. I'm stoned as fuck and I don't remember. But I went there and they said they only took cards. I was like, wait, what? Like, I literally had cash. I'm like, I want. What if I want to use cash? Like, no, we don't take cash. I'm like, yeah. Damn, like,
and in some places I remember during COVID, like they weren't even using, they were just taking cash. Or like if you gave them, like if you're
one sec, do you want to just bring this up a little bit
more?
Yeah, bring it up so it's direct. Yeah.
How about now?
Perfect. If I was gonna say, let me.
How about now? You think that's good?
Perfect.
All right.
Now my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, go ahead. So
you remember, like, let's say like your total was like $757.
Yeah.
And you gave them $8, and it's just like, when we don't have change. I remember that, and that might go back to what you're talking about. Like, they're trying to, maybe the Federal Reserve, they're really trying to sift out all the real copper, all the pennies. Like, we see a penny, throw that shit in the street. Fucking dumbasses, right? But it's just more like the Federal Reserve's like, shit, we need all that copper back. And like you said, it's all minerals are you know, limited, especially because we use them in our technology. It's copper wires and all types of stuff. So to get that copper back, like, shit, we gonna keep the change.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But I think it's because, like, we're so, as a country, America, you know what I mean, we're the richest country in the world. Like, we're no matter, like, I understand there's people in poverty and stuff like that still, but like in the end, like, we have poor fat people, you know.
You think so?
Well, in a sense, I think, when it comes to freedoms, we still, obviously, we're going through like a big change and shit like that. There's a lot of like I think the whole world has gone through the past 3 years. It was a big showing for the government of how far they can go to take our freedoms away, and see if we'll fight back, and, like, you know, how far we'll let them go.
Yeah.
And, you know, which I definitely, we've all seen that, not just me. I think everybody, you know, privacy, when it comes to censorship of voice, everything, you know. And
yeah,
the reason I say that, of course we have our struggle, of course we have our problems. I'm not going to be ignorant of that. You know what I mean? We have so many, you know, we have fucking financial, economic, fucking, you know, police, you know, corporations laying in bed with our governments as well.
Yeah.
Like, I just think we just need to, I think the people just need to be reminded that we have the power truly, and we need to band together and realize, like, we need to help each other out. You know, that's why I think we just need, right now, we're just in that change to realize that we should be supporting each other as communities and stuff like that. You know, like, start small with what's around us, and hopefully throughout the country, people will do the same. And It's just right now our government is very corrupt. It's
Yeah.
always been corrupt. Not saying it has never been, but that's just my opinion. I just think it needs a little bit of change, and this country will definitely. It's good. I just compare, in my opinion, compared to other countries, or maybe it's my ignorance because I have traveled to other countries, but I've never like actually lived in those areas. Never, actually experienced the lifestyle. So I can't say much. I've only explored as like a tourist, so that obviously it's not the same perspective. Well, have you traveled a lot to yourself?
Like throughout the United States,
Yeah.
I've been to like I want to say only probably like 10 states. So I can't. I gotta say no. But like at the same time, I do agree with you, man. As far as I do believe that we're the most free, one of the most free countries. But I just think, like you said, we just need some change, man. I think what we value our wealth on can kind of, not that you're ignorant. I think we're all ignorant to something. The definition of being ignorant is just not knowing. Just don't know. So like you said, you never really lived in the other country, me neither. But I don't know. I just think there's other countries that their dollar or what they base their wealth on is more valued than ours. Like in the Middle East, they're never going to run out of oil. That's what their wealth is based on, and that's a natural resource that the world needs. Ours might more be like we import stuff and we sell it. Like
Sorry, go ahead.
United States is essentially just a huge ass mall. It's like a big ass amusement park if you got enough money for the ticket. You can do whatever you want here. So like, yeah, you're very right, and that makes us rich. So I definitely think we are one of the richest countries, and definitely the freest. It's much like what you can do. Like people come here and they become millionaires. Unfortunately, as an American, I don't think I can move to China and open a shoe store and be successful.
I think like when damn, my fucking stoned ass. I had a fucking idea I wanted to say. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fuck. Pass it on. But with this country, it just sucks because they're going through a manipulation game. Like you said, like the whole going back to the ignorance thing. You have people fighting against each other over ideals and stuff like that when we should be banding together. Oh, that was the idea. Oh, so going back to how how other countries, like their value is different, like family and community. And that's what I think we should bring back more than ever is, again, like family community, the nuclear family. And like, because you have a lot of things being promoted with just like, shows, social media, anything, music, and how it's like, oh, like fuck bitches or like vice versa, fuck niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like to be independent, but like I respect the independence. Like, yeah, be your own self, love yourself, like do that. But like also like, don't you want to create a family and like a generational wealth and stuff like that too? And like going back to silver, like, because you were talking about how the Middle East is backed by oil, their currency, and this is like a conspiracy. Honestly, it's not a conspiracy. Well, it is a conspiracy because there was a bunch of people conspiring. But JFK, before he got assassinated, actually, like he was going to pass this bill called I think it was code or 110, and what it was going to give the power back to the people, like us, the individuals, everybody. And because our dollar was going to be backed by silver, like actual value, something worth that we can mine, and like, all right, this is silver, like which can be used for literally microphones, medical supplies, the whole and that was what we were talking about earlier before this. And I think that's definitely one of the reasons why he was assassinated, because that's taking power away from the Federal Reserve that can print endless amount of money that's not worth anything. If think about it, like when you go to get a house loan, where does that money come from? They literally just like, all right, they accept the loan, they just press a bunch of zeros or whatever, and boom. Like it's just crazy. Like, and this is like there's still so much to learn in my
matrix. It's crazy, like you said. Like in our head, it makes so much sense when we finally get it done. But if you really sit back and reflect on the grand scheme of things, you be like, damn, where is this shit coming from? All this, like this dollar. You see, like you said, the rappers and these big ass stacks of money. But in America, I think that's like the only country we do that. Like even like I said, going back to like the Middle East and even like China and stuff like that, is they're backed off of resources. You got people don't understand like how big China is. China's humongous, dog.
Yo, no,
and a lot of it, people don't live there. So what do you think is going to happen when humans don't stay somewhere? I mean, sorry, let me be more literal. When humans don't inhabit, that's when nature can thrive the best. Just naturally, we just take from Earth. we come and we settle somewhere. We got to cut the trees down. We got to fish the lakes. We got to kind of disrupt the natural balance. And even though, we're humans, we're part of nature, but we are kind of disconnected in the flow of things. So us doing, like you said, back to being political, I just think it blocks what we're really supposed to be doing. And that's like, not to go super left, but like you said, it's just smoke and mirrors. Like even me, like having this house and all that, like when I sit and I meditate and I'm on my spiritual gains, man, this shit is nothing. If I lose it today, still gonna be me. You know what I mean? So like, even though I have to play the game, I have kids and all that, man, I gotta play. But at the same time, I know it's a spiritual war. So like, it really don't mean nothing at the end of the day. It's what you have to do. You know what I mean? A lot of people, I'm hungry, and they're like, what are you hungry for? Because I'm trying to, no matter if I get a house or like a car, like people settle once they get that. I just feel like I'm doing what I have to do to set the example for my sons to go get more. But really, man, to be real with you, dog, I'm always hungry because I'm fighting for spiritual freedom. So people like get blinded by that when they see me. Like, bro, how are you hungry in this situation? I want to be you, dog. But do you really know who I'm trying to be? Like spiritually free above all this. So sometimes it's people, they get in political arguments, bro. I just sit back and I be quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we all want to learn knowledge and, become more intelligent on what's really going on in the world. But like, I just feel like when you done with that and you done stressing your brain out, just meditate. And because that's really where the battle's at, where your spirit can end up when you pass on, to be completely honest. And but like going back to that thing, like even what you said earlier, like how silver has is beneficial to us medically. And I was watching a reel. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't remember all the facts, but it touched me because they were saying how like copper, how like people they wrap crystals in copper and people wear it. I never really peeped what the crystals was wrapped in, and it's like a real spiritual conductor. So it's like this stuff like they put it on a penny and they try to tell you it's the least valuable thing. You see how so it's like no matter what country you in, if it's got anything to do with politics, I just feel like it's trying to block you from being spiritual. That's my thing on it. I said all that to say that. To be honest.
It's perfect, man. I love to hear your opinion, man, because you have to think of history and human beings is like we are easily manipulated, and even with just knowledge, look again going back to COVID and stuff, like how much our governments and stuff like I've been honestly slowly getting away from politics because I realized, like you said, it's changed me because it sucks because you focus on it and you see all the negative, you don't see the positive, and that's what politics really does. It doesn't focus on the positive things of life. It's like they try to. No, they do. Not even try. They do. They manipulate your emotions. They manipulate the people to do irrational things. Look at across the country. You have people just doing absurd things that you never thought were possible. Before obviously they were possible before 2019, but now you have like people with a lot, like you said, people who haven't sat down and meditated with themselves and self-reflected on who they are. Like, what's this life truly about? Like, is there more than just like, with this job that I'm getting this money that just to impress my neighbor who doesn't give two fucks about that, what I'm saying? And because we're so, we're gullible, you know what I mean? And like in a sense, we all we want to impress other people, and I understand why people do such extremes to get like the lavish house, the lavish obviously generational wealth too. Like I'm saying that good part, but like also there's people who just like that's their main focus, and then like after they get to this point, rich people, like I forget the statistics or the I forgot the research. I forgot what the project it was or whatever the scientific study, but it was saying I think like after like 800, like the cap of like $800,000, like $500,000 like yearly or whatever it was, like or some like amount of money like that between that range was like it didn't increase someone's happiness after that. Like I think because then I think there's good people who do acquire that money and they want to do good, and what they do is community work and like give it back, and like I think that's what we're disconnected by is because of technology too, and misinformation as well that get us fighting against each other to not focus on things like that, like what truly matters, like the people around us and stuff. And like actually going with people, that's actually a great, I would actually want to ask you about, family first, collective, and permanent wealth entertainment. Like, is that your way of giving back to like the community and the people? Like explain your story when it came to like building that, and like what ideas what made you come up with that, like in general, like or push that foot forward to do that?
All right, so Permanent Wealth. I'm gonna start off with that. Permanent Wealth Entertainment is my label, and with wealth being permanent, I don't mean money. Like going, it all ties back to what we were just talking about. Um, it's knowledge. Knowledge is wealth at Permanent Wealth Entertainment. You know, knowledge is currency at Family First. It's one of my sayings. So I say that to say this, man. I try to give back and change the environment that I'm in. Try to a lot of stuff that's supposed to be common between humans, like you said, to bring us together. Hey, what's up, my brother? How you doing today? You good? Checking on you. That real love is frowned upon. It's not normal these days to people. People do that and they like, what's wrong with homie? Like he extra soft. Like it's like, nah, you're a human. Whether it's to a man, to a woman, to a child, to an animal, we have to start showing more respect and showing more love because I feel like what you give out is how you truly feel about yourself. No matter how you go about it and you try to say whatever, sometimes when we do certain shit, it's because can I cuss up here?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay.
Do anything. Freedom of speech. All you. Go
Okay.
do your thing.
When we do certain shit, it's like because we hate ourselves. I want to be a beacon of light for people to want to be a better them, not necessarily be me. And I don't want people to get that misconstrued. So like it's family first. Like I said, when you walk through the door, whatever you need, your family. And I feel like if you go back to if you study tribes back then, when another tribe visited another, they treated them like family. They brought them in, gave them goods. Hey, from your way here, he's dirty. Make sure you clean them up. Treat them like family. Get them ready for dinner. We all gonna eat together. I think we need to go back to that. And not just doing it because we have money in these fancy restaurants. Link up with your homies. Go to the stores. Fuck us some chicken 6 times before y'all learn how to cook it. But learn how to cook it. Your kids gonna watch that. Your women gonna watch that. And your girl ain't gonna be mad you chilling with your homies all the time. Because y'all just ain't sitting outside smoking hella weed and they need you. Y'all right at the crib doing what, not even on men and women. You know how it is these days because women can go out there and cook on the grill too and stuff like that. But I just mean that for everybody. I don't mean that as a man or a woman. I mean everybody. We need to start doing more things like, all of us. I'm not going to sit there and talk about a woman or what I think on that because I'm a man and I'm going to speak on, I'm going to speak on what I know. And what I live. So all the ladies out there, I'm going to spare y'all just for the day. You feel me? But, just as men, I think we need to embrace each other more.
No,
and, I think that'll change the world.
I like that you said, I think I understand, because I'm on the same boat. It's like people, when you're trying to do better, people sometimes misconstrue it as like you're ignorant, like you don't care about anyone else. But what you're trying to do is lead by example. Yeah. Because I think especially nowadays, man, people are just so sick and tired of just talk. Like you say this, say that, but like there's no action. There's no something to carry you. You know what I mean? Like, and then people lose faith, and that's what we lost a lot of these days. These days, man, people lost faith. So it's good to see people like you who stand up and become that figure by action and say, hey, like you want to become an engineer, become a producer. You just got to do it. You started somewhere, right? Like I can imagine what were the thoughts before even getting into music actually, like full time or anything in general? Like what were the thoughts beforehand? Like what actually even got you inspired to do music in the first place?
Well, I feel like since I've been born, since I can remember being 4 years old, just hearing music in my mom's backseat, just, that 90s music. I'm 27, so I was born in 95. And just hearing all that music, and I just was one of those kids. My mom would literally be like, "How you remember all the lyrics to this song, and it just came out? You remember the lyrics before me?" Like, she used to make jokes like, "You better know your schoolwork like you know them lyrics." And this is way before I even thought in my head like I wanted to make music. My mom pushed me to be good in school, like to do well, to be academic. She'll beat me if I wasn't. My mom ain't play that. I'm part Korean, so I got it. My mother's Korean, so you can imagine when having like a black mom and a Korean mom, it's like, whoa. So all the people out there who's black, and all my people out there who's Korean, you'll be like, damn. So,
Yeah, there's especially strict, like especially Korean culture is so strict, like especially like not strict in like a bad sense, but it's just like like they want you to do good, like hey, like you gotta like make sure you're taking care of yourself, like doing good, like there's they build great people of society, you know what I mean, societal, people who are going to do good in society in that sense, you know what I mean, and this I'm from Cape, well my dad's from Africa, from Senegal, Africa. Wow. It's just like he's like, you better once he says something you better do it, motherfucker. You know what I mean. Next thing you see the voice raise up, that's when you're like, yeah. You better fucking shut up and do what you do.
The wrath of it after that.
Oh yeah, take out the bell real quick. Nowadays you can't get away with shit.
Yeah, so like I always was into music. Like during school, like when I was in middle school and stuff like that, I used to want to be a psychiatrist. It'd be so I always been into like, as a kid, I always think different. I always felt different. Used to look, just looking outside, and even as a kid, I was like, I'm different. Why do I, didn't really fit in with a lot of people and just naturally. But like when I turned 14, that's when I just started rapping. Like I started like before I even can really rap on beat, to be honest. So this is for all the kids out there. If you really want to do something, keep trying to do it, because you gotta earn it. You gotta go through the You gotta go through the fire. You gotta really, really put yourself on the brinks of quitting, but not quitting. You gotta know what wanting to quit feel like, but you don't quit. You gotta be relentless for real. You can't give up. That's no matter which. Like if you want to lift weights, if you want to dunk, if you want to do anything, kids. Like if you want to be an astronaut, whatever you want to be in life, definitely just go out and try, and just know it's not going to be easy all the time. Those lessons are supposed to be hard to make you greater. I say that to say, like, I used to just write poems and stories and stuff like that, and eventually I kept working on it. Then one day I heard a J Dilla beat around like being 15, so I was writing for like a few years, like before 14, but when I turned 14, I was like, I really want to rap. By 15, I heard a J Dilla beat by accident on YouTube, and I was like, oh, this is it. And from there, I was able to catch it. Then it's just been a journey. I used to go by T Breeze.
T Breeze out.
And Breeze was like a popular kind of name at the time, but to me, Breeze was like a wind, it's breezy outside. So in the summertime, when it's hot, everybody embraces the wind. They open their arms to it. But in the wintertime, when the wind blows, they turn their back to it. So I'm somebody you can love and somebody you can hate. So I went by Breeze. And I still refer myself to that sometime in my music. So if you hear me like it's Breeze, that's what I'm referring to.
Okay. Another thing, I don't know, my perspective too, another perspective that took on like people turning their back is maybe they trust you enough to give you their back.
Damn.
That's how I try. That's what I just thought of right away. But that's, what I mean, I understand that too. Like that's sick as fuck. Bars, bitch. Yo, sign me up. I'm going to the production studio. Let's go.
I gotta give you some credit for that one.
Yeah, oh, thank you. No, you gave credit, because guess what? I wouldn't even thought about that unless you dropped the seed. And that's the thing about me and people with other creative minds. You don't know what you can accomplish in your experience of like getting into music. Like what are the obstacles that you've been through that has changed you? Like looking back so far, like dramatically. Like what could you say? Like so far, like that was a changing moment in my life, or like a big knowledgeable like thought, like all right, like that was a good learning experience through your struggles and stuff like that.
Musically,
yeah, or anything, you know what I mean, anything in life, man. You can even look back and like just change you as an individual, like shit. Like for example, like me in whitewater rafting, I did that, and I never thought I could do something like that, and I went through the training, and I was like, shit, like something new it's just like something challenging that you thought maybe like you thought you couldn't do, or and you did it or something like that.
Rebirthing myself.
Okay.
Like I told Jalen, I told him like, bro, like DayOneTommy's a 5-year-old. Like I said, I changed my name to DayOneTommy about like 5 years ago. As far as like if I do music, this is the name I want to go. I want to use, and it just means like there's no other people who go by Day One something. It's just me. I just never changed. I evolved though. Like how I walk, how I talk, how I interact with my friends. I can't change on them. But like just certain places in life that I'm trying to go, I know I gotta go by myself. And I know my dogs will always be home. You know what I mean? But I know I just have a purpose, and I gotta go do that. And that doesn't like throw stones or like lower anybody else's purpose. We all have a purpose, because, and not to get off topic, but did you notice like we were taught in school that when the sperm enters a woman, that all the sperm have to race and whoever's first gets it. But actually, the woman's egg already chooses it and it's just on the way.
Wait, what?
Yes, bro.
Wait, what?
Yes, bro.
How? Wait, how the fuck?
Bro.
Damn.
Yes.
That's wait.
So we were taught that they all race and the winner is the one who gets to be born. But the sperm is like something, but like I'm not a
like
doctor.
a connection or
yeah,
something.
but it's like a connection. So once the sperm cells are racing, yes, there's many racing that way, but the egg already know which sperm cell is gonna hit it.
Out of millions, bro. Race
Out of
like a NASCAR race. Like there's one guy, one fucking. That's
So,
crazy.
Since you were born, you beat the odds.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. That 1 in a million shit, we are all 1 in a million. So we all have a purpose. And I just learned spiritually, it's your attitude toward it.
Oh, what's up? Oh, yeah, I can still hear you. Can you hear yourself?
Okay, I thought it shorted for a
No,
second.
no, you're good. Rather be safe than sorry, right? Yeah, you're good. I heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And damn, made me
No, with sperm cell, the 1 in a million, blessed to be alive.
yeah. Yeah,
and
so basically, like, we already beat the odds, man.
Yeah.
And so, like, just being alive, you're already one of those guys. Oh yeah, I remember what I was saying.
Yeah.
So, like, learning spiritually, we all have a purpose, but I learned it's your attitude towards your purpose. It's it's whether or not. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Can you not hear yourself?
No.
Oh, maybe it's
Something I'm doing. Yo.
No, it might be my headphones, honestly. I can get you a new pair if you want.
That's all good. I can hear myself now.
You're good? You can hear it?
Yeah, we could just chop that. I don't know how you do it.
Oh,
You
no, I
just-
leave it all
Oh,
organic.
shit, I like that.
Organic, baby.
Organic,
yeah,
baby.
you know, because I knew one of these microphones might be off. Yeah, I was going to say, just let me know if anything, if it happens again, I'll switch it up.
Okay.
We'll switch it up.
But it's just your attitude towards your purpose.
Yeah.
And it's really going to fulfill it. Sometimes we want to be like me, honestly, I know I'm a decent artist. You know, I do my thing. And I'm trying to get better every day. I'm never like this person's like, yeah, I'm that guy, I'm that nigga. I'm one of them ones. I'm like, shit, I just make good music and I just stay down and I be myself. And that's just me. My ego is tamed. I think we all have it. And I just, keep my ego chill. It's like a very well-trained dog that's vicious as hell, but it's a good boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just no need for he's a peaceful, like, my ego's there to protect me only if needed. But other than that, like, I don't let my ego and my abilities let me clash with other people. If I feel like the ego's high on one level, I just fall back and I just go back in my zone. I created my own lane for a reason. Yeah. You know what I mean? And for people like me. So, like, this is a lane you want to be in. We not no road rage over here.
Yeah.
Y'all just trying to get where we going. If you bust a tire, I'm speaking metaphorically. If you bust a tire on the way, we're going to pull over and help you, and we're going to keep going. I don't feel like me stopping to help anybody is helping me get where I need to go. It might even catapult you if you just stop and help somebody and be like, get to know them. Like, you got a podcast, boom, 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 and next thing you know, you know what I'm saying? So don't neglect the person. Don't be one of those people in the grocery store that's an asshole. I'm right there. Hey, excuse me, and make everything cool because you just never know who you come across. We neglect that because in our brains we think we know everything. We let our moods, control our day and everything. So we don't allow that.
Are you in? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say, like, are you into like stoicism or like Taoism? I don't know if you've like heard of Taoism or anything.
I heard of Taoism.
Yeah. It's like having the power to master yourself and not let emotions control your decisions in life as well. And that's something that I think a lot of people need to just take the time to learn themselves. This life is about who you meet too. Like you said, like I've taken a whole different perspective than when I was growing up. Like, don't talk to strangers, obviously, like when you're a kid. But like once you're older, fam, like talk to more people. Like get yourself out there. Talk to more. You don't know. You could find your next love, your next business adventure, your next travel like excursion. Like you don't know until you do it. Like just like what's the worst that's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like you get caught by the cartel. Like come on, like that's a cool story.
The politics for real, like you said. Like sometimes, like even like for the longest, I seen close friends of mine. Black Lives Matter came about, and I believe like all lives matter. People are ignorant to that, but if you like read that on a piece of paper, can you say no to that?
Literally, no cap. Like,
And literally, because
can I borrow a lighter? Sorry.
that like our violence in our community amongst each other is higher than ever. I'm cool.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, of course. So like and shit happens, you know. Racism is real. I'm not sitting here saying that, and that's why I don't like to get political, because like it's really hard to put the head on, like the hammer on the nail sometimes. But like, rise above it. Don't see something on CNN or scroll down your timeline and let that be your Bible.
It's
The world's way bigger than our timeline and the people you follow. You might not be following the right people, the right pages. Somebody might bump into you, be like, oh, I ain't talking to them, but like this, you might can help them. You never know. You could be a doctor. They pass out. Now they want your help. Now they want you to call 911. I had to talk with my friend the other day. He was like, fuck the police. I'm like, I get what you're saying. If I was to get pulled over smoking weed, I'm caught. Yeah, it's fuck the police
like,
for sure. You feel me?
you on
But
that
like,
one.
the fact that the police, you know, like in my school, they do drills for like if the school has to go on lockdown with all the stuff going on.
that sucks,
You
man.
know,
to even think that has to, continue. Yeah, go ahead.
Luckily, like, you know, just for podcast like purposes, we're not gonna say where we at exactly.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
like out here, like that hasn't happened. Like the schools hasn't been on like a lockdown because something has happened, but like they do the drill. So like I appreciate the police. If something happens, like who else you really gonna call? You know what I mean? And I understand like, oh, don't snitch, boom, boom, boom. If you in the streets and shit, of course, like live by whatever you live by. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like being intelligent and somebody who's a leader, I'm not gonna sit there and like lie and be like, well, if somebody did some crimes and got people killed and put themselves in a position to go to jail, like then somebody who didn't do anything tells the truth. I can't really be like that person's stupid, like because you're gonna do that and impress people who don't care about you. You get what I'm saying? Like if I was to do a crime, bro, and I killed 2 people and you was with me, I don't expect you to be like, Tommy didn't do it, and like you get caught and they say you did it and you supposed to go to jail for me. Does that sound logical in your brain?
Yeah.
Even as best friends, brothers, anything, you got your own kids, your own set of responsibilities that you built. You supposed to throw it all away for me?
Yeah, it's hard. For the purpose of this, like, yeah, but it's like, you know what I mean? I guess there's a lot of gray area, you know, it's love because family first, you know, I understand, you know, it's, you know, I've had family, you know, are in prison, even one right, you know, shout out to my cousin Jack, gonna be out soon.
Yeah.
But,
Free Jack.
yeah, free Jack, let's go. But, it's, you know, what I don't like about things is that everyone believes there's a black and white when there's a lot of gray in a lot of situations. You know, like you said, when it goes back to racism and even connected to like police, because of course you're going to have those people who abuse the power, you know, but the majority of people, I believe, I almost bicked you, but the majority of people who I believe, in my opinion, who go into police, you know, the police force or any kind of thing like that, is because they want to do something with the community and make a difference. And, you know, yeah, exactly. I'm not saying all,
you know, abuse the power, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to, and I understand that. And I'm not sitting here, I'm not advocating for the police.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing about day one. If I know some shit, I'm not going to sit there and snitch on you. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying as a leader, do not put those who follow you in those situations to have to make those choices. That's what I'm saying, because ultimately it's your fault. That's what I'm saying. Accountability is all I'm saying. Like I said, family first. My close friend getting into something, bro, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to go tell the police because that's the right thing. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be like, bro, you need to move smart, bro. Because, you know what I'm saying?
Be
like,
the guiding friend, like, hey, like, why, what the fuck are you doing?
Me, I'm going to put myself in positions to win. I'm going to have a great lawyer to be able to prove that I didn't do it. Because obviously, if you saying I did it and I didn't do it, then the police ain't doing their job correctly, because obviously you don't know my homie did it because he ain't in this, he ain't getting interrogated. So it's knowing how to move. Like if you are going to be in those situations, it's knowing how to move. You know what I'm saying?
That's
because
facts.
if the police don't got the person who did it and they got the wrong person, they don't know you did it, I just need to lawyer up, then I'm going to get out. But just know I'm going to have a lot to say to my boy when I get out.
Yo, motherfucker. Yeah,
You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, I'm not sitting there saying like,
Just
go
be
snitch on your homies, but
Yeah.
just don't put yourself in them situations to have to be in them situations.
Just what I'm taking from it is just when you're into any type of lifestyle or anything in general, like when it comes to something, be knowledgeable in your surroundings and what you're doing, and dig deeper than what you should, I think.
Because it's people out there who, like, you know, if y'all want to glorify selling drugs and all that and protect, you know, the killers on the streets and all that, but it's serial killers and stuff out there who kidnap kids and sex trade and all that. So I get we don't like all cops, but there's cops out there who are dedicating their life, not getting no sleep, no relationships with their family, to try to find our lost people. I was in Walmart the other day. It's like 30 young women just missing. Like, 30? If you ever go to Walmart, bro, they got like a missing people wall, bro. There's so many people up there, bro.
And that's another thing, like the whole Epstein thing, fam. Like, that's a scary
that shit,
bro.
Makes me want to be a cop. I don't want to be the cop that goddamn pull you over. Yeah. Oh, some sex trafficking, we know where they at with my vest.
Yeah.
What?
Fucking going breaking that shit. Yo, I feel you, fam. Like, that's some shit. I've thought about that, like, honestly, going into police work just because that shit. Because you just see, like, the sex trafficking and all this disgusting things that are done to our people. You know what I mean? Just the world, you know what I mean? That's someone's kid. You know, that's someone's brother, sister, you know, son, daughter, mother, father. Like the pain is we have to end the pain, man. Yeah. You know, and like it sucks because we don't look at each other as family anymore as a society. I'm like, yo, we have to start looking at that shit again, man. You know what I mean? Like how the fuck are these? How is Ghislaine Maxwell only getting 20 fucking years and still hasn't released any fucking names on that goddamn flight list? We need to know who's on that flight list, fam. These are people of political power who change the livelihoods of everyday people like me and you.
You want to know why? We'll never know the people. Because those people on that list, man, if we wouldn't know that list, America would be over. It's everybody we probably in some way have looked up to at one point of our life. It's the people who, quote unquote, make the economy go around. Some of the people who make the most money at the shows. You know, it's probably those people. Some of the names, I'm not going to sit there and name anybody. I don't want nobody knocking on my door.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, dude.
But like, yeah, some of them, come on. Like
I didn't kill myself. I didn't Epstein myself.
Never that. They know day one.
Gotta let everybody know. Yo, that's another thing, dude. Like, there was like a Clinton aide that got killed, who suicided himself recently. But he found with 9 gunshot wounds to the chest and hung on a tree.
How you do that to yourself?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, yeah, what? Yeah, he apparently, he signed like Epstein while Clinton was in office, like 25 plus times or some shit. I don't know the specific number, but again, man, it's disgusting. You know, power corrupts absolute, and you know when you do have power like that, you know, you can control a lot of things.
And if I quit making music on like the social level, I stopped doing shows, I just get big and I stop. Y'all know why? Because I'm staying down forever.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's not worth it to me. Like a lot of like I said, I'm hungry because I have to accomplish my goals with music so I can step on to my next purpose, and that's which I want to be a advocate, man. You know, I really want to be active in the community. I want to go around the world and I want to learn. I want to be holistic.
What would be like your first what would be the first? Because that's funny, because that's something I thought about like for my future, like in this podcast. You know, like whenever I do get to that point, like I would love to support like environmental cleanups, like beach cleanups, forest cleanups, like even be a part of it myself, like go out and support.
Let's do it. Let's put it together.
I'm down. We'll talk together. Off connection.
Off air.
Yep.
Let's put that together. We can. That's what I'm talking about. Kids, us, everybody that we know. Hey, we gonna go clean up the beach today. What you mean? Yes.
Yes, exactly. And then the connections made from the families and people who we just meet there. Oh, you like doing this too? Oh, cool. Like, you know what I mean? We can do.
Let's see who follows. You'd be surprised. Like 10 of us go out there. It's 30 of us now because just the people we encountered. Like they start looking around. Like, damn, it is dirty out here. Kids gotta play out here. What's this on my foot? Oh, it's a cut from McDonald's. Thinking it's a jellyfish. Welcome to Virginia.
Yo, I'm fucking. He's just like it's a goddamn Yangling bottle. You see a kid passing like a goddamn like used tampon or some shit. I thought it was like a volleyball, like fucking baseball. I don't know, fucking random stupid. But I feel you, man. It's just looking at like this is where we live. Like what? Like, dude, when I used to live in my old city, man, I would see people like get out of cars and just like throw trash on the ground. I mean, there's literally a trash can up the thing. I'm like, you really just don't care to the point. Like, you literally live here. Like, you go to this store every day. Like, you go like. like I just don't understand it, you know. And I don't know if it's just like like you said, accountability, I guess. You know, just discipline and self accountability. And again, I'm not perfect either. You know, those things I can get better. Of course, I'm always learning. We're always learning until we die. That's my opinion anyway. But like,
Until the next time. You look like J. Cole. Anybody ever tell you that?
Yeah, nah. Actually, no. You're actually when I did shout out to Tiger Academy, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. When I was there, one of the students, she was like, "You look like J. Cole." I was like,
I kind of
appreciate that.
Yeah, like if you were to get dreads, bro,
Yeah.
J. Cole.
Actually, let me show. That's all I want to show you. Yo,
Bro.
yo, so I actually, let me show you. This is my ID. This is when I had dreads.
Holy shit, you look like a whole different dude.
Yeah, is that why? Yo, dude, I was gonna say, how long have you had your dreads actually?
It's like going on like 13 months or so.
Really?
Like a solid year, yeah.
Okay, sure, dude. Because I miss having dreads. I've been thinking about it a lot recently. I'm like, shit. I think I might do it again. Do you use wax or do you like natural? Do you crochet hook it? Like, what do you do? Do you go to a salon and get it done?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
Shout out to Denise. When I had braids, she did my braids. When I had normal haircuts, you know, the wave, she did everything. So she's been with me throughout my transitions. So shout out to Denise. She's always done my hair. That's my go-to.
Hey, let's go. Dude, I actually did cornrows for the first time. Shout out to no braid. Yeah, I did braids for the first time. Yo, yeah, shout out to my sister, my older sister Brenda. I love you. When I went to Massachusetts to visit, she did because she has hair. She does her own hair. She's a hairstylist and all that shit too. And like, I was chilling with the nephews and the niece. We were watching movies and shit. So she was like doing it, but it's so fucking tight though. I didn't realize how tight it was on your head. I'm like, damn. I feel like someone was pulling my shit all day. I was like, yeah, I had a migraine at the end of the day. I was like, fuck.
My best advice is like I always got plaits. So basically, just like I got dreads, they're permanent. That's how I look at it. My hair is basically just like this, but longer. Like people be like, yo, what's up, ASAP? Yo, Travis. I used to get that shit all the time.
That's funny as shit.
And I was just like, shit, I'm gonna get, because I always did jobs where it's like I got to sweat and shit all the time. So it's like, man, messing my braids up. So I might as well just get dreads and I can wash it and it's still,
Facts.
A little organic with it,
Yeah.
I woke up like this type vibes.
Facts, yeah. And they're cool, man. I miss, like I said, it's a journey, to see like the process. Like I can imagine like looking back like a year, like, damn, I can't believe it's grown that much in a year. Like shit. Like, and then like another like 10 years from now or whatever, how long you'll have them, you're just like, damn, like.
And it feels good though, like with the dreads, because like I look back at my musical journey, and as my musical journey has grown, my hair has. So every time like I make a compilation, it'd be like, damn, you can really see the come up, because like his hair was short as hell. Now I look at him now at this length, the next year,
yeah,
like
it's like checkpoints in your life. You like look back, oh shit, that's when I went to I'm just first ever concert, first ever like venue or some shit. You know what I mean? Just what, or you know what I mean? It's cool.
Just living my game like a free roam game.
A free roam.
That's like in my mind is like every game I have over there. Shout out PlayStation.
They'll sponsor you one day.
Oh, shit, that'd be love.
Yeah,
I definitely sit my ass at home and play some games a little bit more. I try to play like an hour or so a day.
What do you play, if you don't mind me asking?
I like hard ass games, bro. So like Dark Souls, anything from Software makes.
That was a crazy game. I didn't beat it fully, but like, dude, I was like, son of a fucking bitch. You heard a lot of that. You heard a lot of that
Rage
shit.
mode.
Yeah.
For sure. Did the boss got this much, like one hit left and it kill you? Oh my God, I did that like 50 times, brother.
That's the failure of patience, though. You get so hyped up, you're like, dude, that was me so many times. I was like, fuck. It's like you want to throw your controller, be like, oh, this not worth a new controller. Not worth a new controller.
Like God of War on hard. Like I like games like that. I like strategic games where I got to be like, I just can't go blasting. I might occasionally like have a moment where I play Call of Duty for like a month, but I'm deleting that shit after a while.
Yeah.
Like I like playing games where it's like, all right, I've been trying to beat this shit for like a couple days, my brother. like I just like games like that. Just like it feel a little better to me when I get to accomplish. Like I beat the boss and shit. I don't know. I just like games like that. I like free roam games too. That really don't tell you what to do. Really, you got to go around and be like, oh shit, this was over here. I didn't know. If I wasn't to go over here, I wouldn't have. So I just like those kind of games, if that makes sense. I guess they call them RPG games.
Yeah, yep. I know exactly. There's things that that give you treasure for like roaming around, just searching and exploring. Actually, there's a game because I used to have a PS4, but I sold it because it was just messed up on me. So I just have a Switch, but they, since they've been integrating like, more actually different games into the library, it's pretty dope. But Blasphemous, it's like a 2D scroller, like 8-bit game, and it's pretty fucking difficult. It's like it reminds me of the artwork reminds me anyway of a Dante's Inferno.
Okay.
You remember that game in the 360? Or I think it was PlayStation 2.
Yeah, it's on PlayStation also. I played that.
Yeah, dude, that was. Do you know the whole story, right, of Dante the poet, or whatever? It's like, so it's like him going to, like the whole story of Dante's Inferno in general. Do you know?
I'm telling you, I played Dark Souls so many times, and I still don't know what the fuck is going on.
Dude, I've never played Dark Souls actually. Damn, yo, that shit, dude. My friends are talking shit every day in high school when I first hear about that. Every day, like, damn, this fucking boss.
Like I kind of get it, but like really, that shit's so complex. Like those games, the lore of them, you'll be surprised. Like some of it's like a mystery. So it's times where like I'm on YouTube, and that's one thing I do. I watch like YouTube videos about games, like just to get the facts on like old games we used to play as kids and shit. Like, oh, okay, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna look that up.
What was your favorite console growing up?
GameCube.
Yo, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. GameCube.
Super Mario Sunshine and 00 Nightfire, 007 Nightfire.
Sadly, I didn't play either of them.
You didn't get the Super Mario Sunshine with the 64?
No, I didn't play 64 like when growing up.
I mean, I'm sorry, bro. GameCube?
GameCube, yeah. But nah.
Yeah, bro. GameCube, those are my two favorite GameCube games. 007 Nightfire, like this James Bond game.
Yeah.
We used to play split screen on that shit. Me and my cousins used to go crazy. This is way before Call of Duty. Like,
yeah,
that was the shit. You turn the bots on, go crazy. Or we go against each other or whatever. Then
yes, there was a time before Call of Duty. All the shooting. I'm trying to remember. It was like there was another shooter game
before Call of Duty. I think like Medal of Honor.
Yeah, that. But
it wasn't like you can go against each other. Let me think.
There was another one too. I think it was like a story based, honestly, and then you can play 1v1 like split screen and shit like that.
You remember Mercenaries, bro? Not Mercenaries, Freedom Fighters.
Yeah,
Tell me you know what Freedom Fighters is.
Yeah, Freedom Fighters.
It's like the game where like you get your own soldiers and you get to control them, tell them where to go and shit. Then you could play split screen and y'all got like fight over the bunkers.
Nah, I don't think I played that. Nah, damn,
that shit was on PlayStation 2. My homeboy had that shit, bro. Oh my god.
Yo, that actually sounds fucking sick. God damn it. Is it on GameCube? Or is it on PS2
I played it
only?
on PS2.
PS2,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I kind of wish I had a PS2 now. Fuck. I have my GameCube still from when I was a kid.
What's your favorite game is like growing up and shit?
Oh, that's a hard one, honestly.
Like
for
system.
GameCube. Oh, system, GameCube, same thing.
Okay.
I loved it. I just grew up with it. Like I did play Atari, but it wasn't. Every time I went to my Uncle Phil's house, like that's where I would go, and he had it. We'd play Pong or like some stupid shit. But and then after GameCube, I just grew up with that shit. We played me and my cousin. So funny. Like that's how I would play GameCube with all the time, man. I stay over the house on the weekend, like in Mario Kart Double Dash. See, I loved Mario games, but I don't know why I never played Sunshine. Like in Double Dash, baseball, soccer. The soccer is crazy, intense as fuck. Yeah. Me and my cousin, I want to start streaming that. Like every time my cousins come together, like we get so intense in that game, we start screaming, just yelling, "Yeah, fuck you, you son of a bitch! I fucking puta!" Some stupid shit like that. And that's what I miss too. Like that's something looking back, like the family. Like growing up, like just playing like games like that, like because now everything's online now.
The ultimate game though,
yeah,
and it makes me want to get a Nintendo Switch. I need some Smash Bros in my house.
Yo, bro. I every time I go to my cousin's house, I bring the Switch and we all play.
Oh my god. I was thinking about that. Like that's the ultimate family game, friend game. Like Smash Bros. It's like the most fuck you but I love you competition where you knock his ass and he hit the screen. Like,
yo, when I was living in California, my roommate, shout out to Gio. We played a game because he was crazy at fucking Smash Brothers at the time. I'm like, yo, I'll 1v1 you, and every time whoever loses has to take a shot.
All right, so who's your favorite Smash Bros character?
Yo, that's a hard debate, but I'll say Mr. Game & Watch.
Okay, mine's Ness.
Oh, fuck you. Okay,
yeah.
yo, damn, he's good. Yo, because I faced a level 9 actually recently, dude. I'm like, yo, this thing's whooping my ass right now. I'm probably trash, but like, goddamn, this level 9, this Ness, like the skill, actually seeing like this, like the move set of Ness, because you rarely play against someone who plays Ness, so like that's all I'm like, oh shit, that's that cool thing about Smash 2, because like so many different heroes that like, or not heroes, but characters. It's like you have to learn all these different styles that people play and stuff like that, and it's just like, damn, I love games like that. Honestly, what's your favorite character? Who do you play?
On Smash Bros?
Yeah.
I'm probably like my top 3. I'm probably going like Ness, Captain Falcon. Falcon Punch. That's him, right?
Yeah.
Captain
Captain Falcon. Yeah.
Is he on the newest one? They still
Yeah.
got all
Oh
the
yeah.
OG characters, right?
Oh hell yeah.
Okay, because I haven't played the Switch one, but I'm just talking like OG days.
I should have brought my Switch. God damn.
Bro, if I would have known, I definitely would have that TV, bro.
Yo, just get like some after fucking content and shit like that. Just have a 1v1 challenge and shit like that.
Facts. So I'm probably going Nest, Captain Falcon. Then like people sleep with Kirby's crazy.
Yo, God, my cousins play Kirby all the time. I ain't sleeping on that. They be fucking me up and shit. The down smash is deadly. They'll be doing it like in 2 feet and just like knock you to the ground. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Peach is crazy too. Some of the like Peach is good. Sam, they still got Samus.
Yep, Samus.
Yeah,
Yep.
Samus is good if you can like get the shot off. But yeah.
Oh, do you know a game actually? Talk about. I want to go back to GameCube. Do you know Custom Robo?
What's that?
Damn, I have to bring it next time. Yo, it's literally a game. It's like a battle. You can play up to 4 people, and it's like a holographic like arena, like battle arena you play, and you get to customize your own robots. And like literally from your left gun would be like a grenade launcher or like a special grenade launcher. There'd be so many different types that you can choose from. Like there's one that shoots like at an arch, like at like a rainbow where you can like choose where to shoot on the field, and like, and then there's different ones that have, like bombs that are spiders that do like fucking heat seeking that follow the opponent where it goes. Like
This sounds like a before Rocket League, but you mix it with Twisted Metal, but with robots.
I never played Twisted
this
Metal.
Game sounds like
Never
to me. You never play Twisted Metal?
Nah.
It's like basically like a racing game, but you get to like, well, you either could do racing or it's like a derby basically, and everybody got guns on there like an ice cream truck, or it might be a monster truck, a police car, just some wicked shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go around blasting each other.
that's some badass. Damn, see, there's some classic games I'd be sleeping on. I'm
That's
like,
crazy. And that's the one thing, like when I I do like gamer ranks. It's like a YouTube channel. They just do like top 10s on like games that flop, the best games ever.
Oh yeah.
There's so many games you'd be crazy that like it's crazy you never heard of. And that's why I like to try new shit. Like honestly, one day I was like, man, fuck this Madden, this 2K, this Call of Duty. In like 2016, I was like, let me go try some shit. I just bought Dark Souls. And that shit was so fucking hard. It's like difficulty. I took the shit back. Then I was like, man, let me look it up on YouTube. I'm watching the walkthrough, the playthrough. He's killing that shit. Yeah. I went back to the store. I was like, I need that shit back. No quitting over here. Then like I was like, all right, bet. And I got the hang of it. Ever since then, I got all 3 of them. They remastered it. I got the latest, like the first one they remastered it. I got that one. So just be playing Dark Souls. And
let's go.
Bloodborne. I forget the Ghost of
Tsushima.
I got that. God of War. I just like games like that.
Yeah, no, it's in. I love the like story mode games too, like challenging story mode games. It's been a while since I played I played Blasphemous. That's a challenging one, but like before that, like it's been a while since I found like a good story mode game I could sit down and really play. But of course, like I said, I only have a Switch now, so I don't really have many options to play different games right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, especially now with game. Have you ever played VR?
Mm-mm.
Yo, that's a trip and a half.
You're gonna get No Man's Sky. I heard they just dropped No Man's Sky for Switch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
I've
pretty
never
good.
played. Oh, okay.
And you're getting like the fully developed game. Like when it first came out for like PS4 and like Xbox, it was like not that good. But like over the years, they kept giving the free add-ons and updating, and it's pretty good. Especially if you're starting from nothing like me. Like I beat the game and like I done been to millions of galaxies. It's kind of like repetitive at this point, so I don't play it as much.
Is it cross-platform?
Yes.
Yo, I'll get it. I'll fucking because I need to start streaming. Do you stream or anything like that or no?
No, but I definitely would. Like once I get like music more established and stuff like that. Like I don't want to like start streaming music and like I'm trying to get my streams up, my music. Before I stream video games, but
focus on one thing before. Yeah, that makes sense.
And honestly, I got like multiple things going on, so to add video games, it kind of be like, why would I do that? You know what I mean? Not fuck with games. It's just something I do on my free time to get me out of my crazy mode, because all my guys know I am a lunatic when it comes to working. Like work ethic, man, I'm just big on myself. I beat myself up if I don't hit the studio at least like once a day for a few hours. I gotta plug up and at least listen to a beat, make something, promote, make a reel, network. Gotta lead by example.
I think that's good to have. That's a great mentality to have. I think it's just because you realize this life is finite, and you gotta do what you can. like you make this like make every day like 100%. You know, because I'm still ignorant of it. Is the time in general. It's we take that most for granted out of everything, and like you said, but you show by action. You keep doing it every day, and hopefully that passes on to other people and stuff like that. And I want to ask too. Actually, I don't think we talked about it yet, but the Class of Ambition, like, what's that? Like, what got is so it's a clothing brand. Like, what is Class of Ambition?
So shout out to my homie Marlon. That's his line. Class of Ambition. It's just one of those clothing lines, man, that's for those people in that class. You have ambition, no matter what you're doing, podcasts, music, modeling, going to school to be whatever you inspire to be in that class of ambition, have ambition. And that just goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, don't give up. Ambition is like that fight, that drive. Knowing that the road ahead is going to have difficulties, but you still go, and doing it for the people behind you who can't walk yet, who aren't born. So when they go amongst this path, those obstacles aren't there anymore. So when I met him and I just seen what he was really about, I'm like, I rock with that. And that's something I would wear on my body. Your body is your temple. It could be a $gazillion industry. If it's against my morals and what I represent, you can find somebody else to do it, respectfully. So it's just something that, I'm willing to share some light with. So everywhere I go, like I said, solid creatures. That's my homie in Elizabeth City. Shout out to our homies in Elizabeth City. We both got that connection.
Oh yeah, Elizabeth City, baby.
So y'all definitely check that out.
That's sick as fuck.
This is me, DayOneTommy, and Family First, the collective. And that's just back to the question you asked me like 30 minutes or so ago. What is Family First? This is everything we just talked about. It's way deeper than music. I'm not just like this rapper that's stuck up. Some people wonder what's going on in my head. A lot of things. It's, you ask me one question, we talking about a whole different topic. Yeah. They might watch this and be like, that's not even what he asked you. But like I said, sometimes like a simple answer, needs a simple question needs a complex answer. Sometimes it's just not, like you said, black and white. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's not gray. Sometimes it's on a whole different spectrum. So I like getting off topic, man. Yeah. Off topic Tommy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we represent, man.
I'm gonna
get you something too. I'm gonna get you something custom with the Family First logo on it. And like I said, Family First it's the culture, you know.
It's beautiful. I love that's what I wanted to say earlier too. I don't know if I love the logo. It's so sick. I love the design, the whole nine.
Thank you.
It's a lotus, it's dope. It's just a cool thing. But it's oh damn, I had a good question too. Damn, my fucking stoned ass son of a bitch. Fucking stoned ass. No, but it's keep doing your thing, man. It's good to see. Again, I'm happy to talk to individuals. Like, I love doing this because like you said, like, we're complex individuals. Like, it's not as simple as like a quick snippet, like the answer and stuff like that. There's so much more behind it, and like we forget that, and we've failed to listen more. And I'm still learning that every time. Like, sitting down listening to you, like, so many stories. Like, we fail to take the time to listen to each other, and we love, we're humans. Like, we love telling stories, so, and that's what gets us together too, is like understanding, like, we all are going through this life in a different perspective, a different way. And like, and you can take something that, you've taught, I'm going to listen back and find so many things that like I miss or remember, like, oh shit, like that was a great, like, damn, like, that's why I try to take notes too. So I can like, go back and just like, oh, there's so much like you can learn from just someone else's story. Like, and like you said, like, just go talking to someone at the grocery store, or just talking to someone at the gas pump that's across from you or something. Like, you don't know like who you're going to meet, and like how much that might even change your life for all you know.
Exactly, man. I agree. And that's one thing I did watch like a handful of your previous podcasts.
Oh, damn.
Like, before me. Definitely wanted
man.
to show that organic love, you know what I mean? And definitely see what you were about. It wasn't like just some opportunity because it looks good or people are going to see it and be like, Day One is doing interviews, bro. It's because I'm really trying to get what we represent out. I'm just, one of the faces of many that represent this. Family First, that's why it's Family First Collective. Permanent Wealth Entertainment, that's everything as far as my label, as far as how I do my music and all the business side. But Family First, like I said, it's the culture, it's our merch, it's everything, you know. So that's collective, you know. It's other brands that not fall under under Family First, and I just say that to say because I want to make it clear for all my other brothers and sisters that's out here helping me build this brand. They don't fall under. They add to and create also equally as I do. Does that make sense?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I got my boy Twan Thickman. Shout out to Twan Thickman Entertainment. My boy Twan. Got Benji Boy Entertainment. What up, Benji Boy Steph?
Hey.
John Pax in the bag.
Yo,
That's my cuz. If you want to stick your head
Yeah, if you want to come
quick,
say, yeah,
stick your head in real
introduce
quick.
yourself real quick.
Dope
hey.
artist.
Even if you want the headphones, shit, if you want to get full in there.
And go ahead and do a shout out, man. Let them know. Dope artist, comedian.
Look at this right here, Family First.
The whole nine.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's John Paxson right here, chilling with my man, my cousin, Tommy, DayOneTommy. Dope ass artist, man. Definitely make sure you guys continue to follow him. Great music, great content.
Hey, where can they find you, man?
Now you can find me on IG, Paxson. That's PACK_SON. Paxson. Definitely look me up. Man.
So if you follow me, follow him.
No
Cause
doubt.
you know, I'm dope, but you'll be surprised of the dope shit that you find. You know, you might like me, but you might love some of my brothers and sisters. And like I said, that's what I represent. You know, some people want to be the spark in the fire. If I'm the log, if I'm one of the logs that's gonna help create the fire, I'm cool with that. Until that person who is the spark makes the fire, but I am still one of the fire. If that makes sense.
Yo, see, and
Come on now.
That's another dude. That's some bars right there, and that's what I feel like people realize too. And that's something I've come to terms with too. Like, you know, we always put these high goals for ourselves too, and like overwhelm ourselves. But like, dude, maybe we're just there to ignite the next flame that's going to do such a big wave of positive love and just being a guide and key, like again, a guiding figure through action. You know, we have to realize, like, you know, we could be, like I said, just being good to someone, man. Like simply saying, nice shirt, nice hoodie, yo, it can change someone's whole life, whole perspective, whole day, bro, and to move to a positive light. And like, yo, y'all just keep doing your thing, seriously, yo. Dude.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you want to shout? You guys want to say anything? If you guys want to say anything else, too, shout anyone out, like how people can support you too, like the whole nine, like before we sign off as well.
All right, that's a bet, man. Y'all can find me on all platforms at DayOneTommy. That's DayOneTommy. It's family first. To support me is just to become part of the movement. It's an organic movement. We not only making dope music and smoking good weed and all that cool stuff. We doing stuff that's even cooler than that. We gonna go give back to the community, give back to the schools, read to the kids, teach them how to creative write. Shout out to Art House. Shout out to Ashley. That's one person I just really, really want to shout out because even though I've been making music ever since I was 14 years old, when I came to Art House for the first time, and it's crazy because I don't even remember how I discovered it because I used to go by myself for the longest before I used to bring, ask y'all to come. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I ended up there, and ever since there, man, I've been back.
Lighten
you
it
know
up.
what I'm saying? And I put that work in, and I earned this shit myself, but real shit, Ashley, like you put that stage there, that environment, not only for people to come and make their music, you know what I mean, and or express their poetry or sing, but to be themselves.
Absolutely.
That's a house full of introverts. And it's just really showing us that we not alone and that togetherness. And one person did all that. So if nobody ever gave you your flowers on a podcast, here you go, because you deserve that. They want to love you forever. Flowers. I don't care how big I get, I'm mentioning you.
Oh, damn.
Bars.
Oh, damn. Well, I caught it, though. I caught everything. You can keep talking, though, on the mic if you want, but it's, the videos.
It's all good.
Oh, okay.
That was hard.
Yo, thank you all, though, for coming. Appreciate you guys for watching. Support. Please, my guests, we got to support each other in this day and age now, so, support them, share the love. Thank you for supporting the podcast and keep being you. And you guys, keep loving yourselves because you know why? You fucking deserve it. Peace.
I did want to say this because during when we were talking earlier, I was telling you how I watched some of your episodes prior to me, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you this. I enjoy the fact that you speak also. You're just not like reading off paper. Like you know, I have interviews that I'm talking about music. So it's like if somebody was to watch another third interview, like, oh, he's just talking about the same thing, turn it off. Oh, Day One Talk, this some Joe Rogan shit. They talking about everything. So I like that you giving people opportunity to like just, you know, get out their comfort zone. Like, bro, you don't gotta just be an artist and say with me. I didn't mention no music I got out, none of that, and I enjoyed that. Cause you know, like I said, I'm not just an artist. I'm a father, I'm a friend, I'm a leader. You know, I'm a son, I'm a cousin, I'm so many things. I'm not just an artist, you know, and I've been those things before artist. So never neglect, like I said, your purpose. You know, you might be good at something, but that don't mean it's your purpose. Dig deeper, you know. So I just want to say I really appreciate you and for being who you are and making a difference on your podcast. You know, you got conversation. I could have sat here and just like listened to you and interviewed you, and maybe next time we could do this same podcast, but I want to ask you some questions so people can get to know you more. You know what I'm saying? Because like somebody who's giving somebody the light, like a cameraman, hey bro, give me your camera. Let me take a picture of you so people know what's good. And I'm big on that. That's why I like with the family first thing, I wanted to make it clear, like they're a part, you know, a whole just like me who makes a bigger thing. Not just like, oh, they under me, they my little homies and none of that. Everybody you see with me, big dogs, stand equally with me. I don't treat nobody less than me, and I big them up. People like, yo, Day One, you the one. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, you the one too, and I mean that shit. Pax, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you one of those ones too, and you different. Continue to, don't ever feel like the first thing you should do is ask like, what did I do wrong? You did it right. You know? Be different.
I appreciate that a lot, man. You know, like it really means a lot. Like shit. You know, this is the 75th episode. You know, I'm like, damn, like I haven't think
7-5 for real.
Yeah, 7-5.
And we in the 7-5.
Isn't that wild? Yeah, I was like, because I was writing it down. I was like, and I'm just thinking, honestly, reflect. Like, thank you again, man. Seriously, like you don't understand. It means a lot. You know, because someone, you know, making it this far, you know, like to do this, like I didn't even think, you know, I like when I started, bro, I was just on episode 1. I'm just like, well, like here it goes. Like I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, and I was a whole different. And looking back, like you know, going back to the dread thing, like the progress, bro. Like, you know, I've definitely changed a lot as an individual. Like, and I can't wait to see like. I sound like bad talking about like you know me talking about myself. It's just like you know just seeing the growth. I hope people like find something like I hope someone out there listening, man, just find something they're passionate about when it comes to like art or just something they just like gets them in the zone or just like just get so into it, man, and like don't look back like because you like again that's why I say like you know you gotta love yourself because you fucking deserve it.
That's a fact.
And this and you know what I mean artists like I know you can understand like. We're so critical of ourselves, you know. Like you said earlier in the podcast, you were saying how, you know, you beat yourself up when you're not doing anything productive. That's going to push you forward or anything like, you know. And you know, and some days we get burnt out, and we like even on those days where we have to relax, we're like, oh damn, why the fuck am I relaxing? I don't deserve this shit. Blah blah blah. Like so, you know, the demons. But that's just like false. That's just something that's just going to hold us back, and we have to realize like and remind ourselves like, I mean, you know. You know, DayOneTommy, like you're doing great too, man. You know, I see great things, and that's why I love doing these conversations because then I get to dig deeper and like, and just see who the person is. You know, because again, that's something that we just disconnect nowadays. Is understanding like we're humans.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I wish the best on your journey.
You too, man.
You know,
and we'll definitely collab again and see each other again. You know, if you ever need anything outside of podcasting, any behind the scenes things, some help, let me know, man.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to do some other podcast shows. So like, you know, I would love to. You know what I mean, we can collab. Like, you know, I can see you doing a podcast too. You know what I mean? So it's like if you ever want to use the gear, dude, I love traveling. Like, yeah. I guess you know what I mean. So we'll talk. You know what I mean? That's
It'd be dope. We can maybe do a hike or something and do a podcast. You know, with the background, we could try to make some batteries. We'll make it happen.
Fact.
We'll be on a time limit or something. But hey, and I hope you carry this shit. Like I got this saying, like even though sometimes I gotta be the boss and do certain things, I'm the boss that's still gonna carry the bags. I'm not gonna be like I'm the boss. I'm too good. Nah, I'm packed. I'm gonna carry that.
Let's
we
go.
Gonna do what I need. You know what I'm saying? There's no like, no. Being the boss means you going. I think it's a loose term. People use it too loosely. Like I'm the boss. It's like a control thing. You know what I'm saying? I think to me, I don't really like calling myself a boss. I like being a leader, but I understand that I am a boss, and I have to like, I can't be blind to that fact. But I'm more of a leader. I like to put that, you know what I'm saying? And I believe my definition of a leader is one who teaches others to become leaders so they can prosper by themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's not like to keep them little so they can keep following you. I feel like sometimes subconsciously we do what the government does to each other. And we don't even know it. Even like these jobs, like Walmart is rich forever. There's people who work in Walmart 20 years, 25 years, and it's still, barely. Walmart's not buying their employees, cars. That I know of. I could be wrong. Maybe in higher positions, but I mean like the people at the bottom who matter. I don't know anybody who's been working at Walmart 25 years, and Walmart's like, I'm going to get you a car. Or, we have housing dedicated to Walmart employees. Certain criteria you have to reach, but if you meet that criteria, then you can, you know what I mean? Because some people, they just want to be, work their job, get their chips, and go home and be normal. Not everybody, is ambitious, and there's nothing wrong with that, And like, fuck, man, I take that back. It's not even like that you're not ambitious. You know your purpose, and that's just to be you. You might not have to, I might not see you, you know what I mean? But that don't mean you can't be you. You know what I'm saying? Because we always wait till somebody's watching and want to be great. So I take that back. You are very ambitious, but in your own way. My ambition and your ambition might be different. So I apologize for that. But, like, that's what it means to be the boss. I look myself in the mirror and be like, you the boss when I can change the people around me life. If I'm signing you to me is not, signing somebody to me is not giving them a chain and saying, hey, scream this out. It's, here go your medical card, dentist, Medicaid. Here's a home away from your previous environment because it's cool and all that, but I need to teach you that you're somebody special and you can't be in that environment. You don't have a car, here's a car. Until I can do those things, I got work to do before I'm the boss. So before you stitch certain names to your shirt, make sure it fits you. It's like being in the military. Don't wear medals and stuff that you didn't truly earn, because there's people who died and put everything on the line to do that. And some people dying, even though they wanted to live, and every day they live to feed their people. When they die, they might get whatever the spontaneous wealth comes with that death, but after that, it's over with. So, I want to live forever, but in my journey to try to free my people, if anything ever happened to me, that's why I say it's not money at permanent wealth. It's the knowledge, because if I can teach you how to do it and you can duplicate it. But if I just give and not teach you, what happens when it runs away? When it runs out, I mean. So, I know that sounds super old-fashioned. I probably sound like I'm in, the 17th century, but seriously, you know what I mean? That's just any advice, and that comes from my spirit, you know what I mean? We got to, we were talking about, earlier with the government and the currency, but we got to start creating our spiritual currency with each other, you know what I mean? And I don't necessarily mean by each other, but we got to start, exchanging our energy properly and get that economy straight. Because we don't control the world. We're not of this world as far as all the shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So
it's just, I don't know. I feel like sometimes, because I always, because it's great that the message. I also think sometimes I think maybe there has to be, I guess there has to be evil to understand good. But then it's then some people are nah, you know what I mean? You can make good. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess you could be a fool. Not a fool. I don't even want to say that. I don't mean to be rude when I say that. I don't know. I guess you can, because I have ambition that the world can be better. But then also I think I'm damn, because when you get, like you said, going back to when you keep getting, we get comfortable and you're given all this stuff, you don't learn where all that work came from, all the comfortability of, you know what I mean? Because the 90s kids, like you said, growing in the 90s, you know what I mean? I was fucking shit, you know what I mean? I don't know. A lot of people, I don't know, it's just different times. I don't know, I was with family, very family-oriented families. like stick together all the time. Like it's that a connection, and I don't know. I think it's just a connection with history. Like if we disconnect from what happened, like how we got here, like we don't work as hard to like gain more, you know. And like you said, like the knowledge, like to teach them the knowledge, to be like, hey, like this is how I got here. Like now with this new world, new technology, you have the knowledge now. Like now try to do better with it, you know.
That was golden right there. That's a fact. Because I think we study the history sometimes and we get caught up in what we think we know. And I say think we know. People like, I know because I read it. But you got to understand all of that's controlled in some way. It's some truth and it's some lies. It's really up to us to decide what we believe, right? No matter what text you're reading it from, whether it's some person on YouTube telling you that's a fact, and you go do your research and it says it's the same thing and you believe it or not. You know, it's up to you. But one thing that Buddhism has taught me is that, like, it's just really about balance and being humble. And, like, a lot of people sleep on that, the power of being humble. It's like a Buddhist would look at it as a monk would say, fuck you, boom, boom, boom. He wouldn't, takes it in, whatever. It is what it is. Oh, you're so great. I love you. I want to kiss all over you. Still same reaction. So it's just that humbleness. You know what I mean? People look at that, well, that just sounds like somebody who don't have emotions. But no, got to really understand it's not letting your spirit get off balance. We get a lot of people, I think they don't understand the difference between like what you think up here in your brain and that shit just your ego versus like what you really know what's good. When your ass calm down after you lash out, you know you wrong. You ain't gonna tell nobody you wrong, but you sitting in that room like, I fucked up. I did it again. That shit, that's the stuff I believe comes from the spirit, that truth. You know, so it's about really controlling that voice in your head, becoming one with that voice in your head. Because some people, the voice in their head and how they control their body, avatar or whatever, is different. It don't match. So your mind, your heart, and your body, your spirit gotta all be one. And I feel like once you kind of grasp that, that's when you can fulfill any purpose. Anything you want to do in life, I believe you can become closer to it as long as you're doing it in your own truth. Don't do it for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? And people probably look at me like, bro, you so lucky, like everything, boom, boom. But it's like, I think my spirit in the universe knows that like I'm doing it for the right purpose. So it's like manifesting it. It's almost like not magic. I can't like make a Lamborghini appear in my goddamn, but even then, if I could make a Lamborghini appear in my living room, you know that'd probably be some bad magic if you think about it. Good magic comes slow. Good gains come slow. If it come too quick, something wrong.
Slow. It was like fast money, slow problems, or something. Like it'll slowly come to, like it'll come like not right away because you have all this money, but over time, like for example, actually, like Kim Kardashian and how I think her son like questioned her about her porn tape. I'm like, oh damn, like you know what I mean, and that's how she basically got popular. You know what I mean? Was that porn tape? And now like that's another question you got to talk to your 6-year-old son about. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like I was sucking a rapper's dick, and that's how we got all this money. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's. What do you have a like? Actually, I was gonna ask, do you have a daily mantra by any chance? Like that you speak like with like Buddhists? I feel like that's what like honestly, because I've been doing that recently. Is like having a daily mantra like every day to change my mindset like subconsciously, because it's also what we feed our our conscious that digs deep in our subconscious. So if we keep saying like, you know, like, oh, you're trash, like you're this, like, you know what I mean? Subconsciously, your brain's it's going to manifest into where you're putting out into the world. And like, of course you're going to get that back. So it's like, I don't know, maybe it's like corny, but like, I feel like words are truly powerful as well. You know, it's like you create your reality. Like, do you have a mantra or anything like that or no?
Not really, but I have a routine.
Yeah.
So I like to get up. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to try to like, I have like weights here. I'm going to work out. I recently planted like, flowers in the front, a couple rose bushes. So I go out there, attend to that in the morning, like trying to get my yard together and just try to do things other than music, you know, and build on top of the music, you know, and just elevate. Try to reach out to people. I try to send people with positive messages. Hey, good morning. I try to uplift everybody that I come across, and I truly mean it. You know, I believe in everybody. If you do it for the right reason, it can happen. Don't Anakin Skywalker yourself is what I tell people. If anybody's ever seen Star Wars, don't let the voices in your head tell you that, like, or the demons tell you that it's only going to work if you do it this way, and it corrupts you. Then the person who taught you all the good has to, damn near kill you. And then metaphorically speaking, like, don't do that to yourself, you know? In the movie, before he turned him to Darth Vader, basically,
Yeah.
he told him, like, I have the high ground. And when I see that, I don't take it literally. I took theater.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just take, like, stuff a little more,
Deeper.
Maybe I'm just being extra, but it's my creative, thinking. And I'm just like, he has the high ground. And I just think it wasn't that literally he had the high ground, but the good side. He was more conscious. He was higher up as far as the consciousness. Like, don't do this, Then he did it, and, then
His his bad decisions led to, Darth Vader.
and then even if you want to go back and be Anakin Skywalker, you'll forever have to uphold that image. And that kind of goes back to, like, not to shame Kim Kardashian, but in a sense, like, she has to uphold her image to continue to get the money and everything. I'm sure someday she just want to turn all the cameras off and be normal, and just chill with her kids. But you gotta, once you create this costume, you gotta wear it forever. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, I'm big on being myself. Some days I post reels of me working on my car. Like, I'm not just a rapper. I'm very, very good at music. But, like, nah, that's why I'm not a shallow cup. Or, like, when people, and they come around, it's just, I think that's why people gravitate towards me sometimes. It's not like, oh, he just a rapper. Like, I'm a person. I have a book over there called Becoming Human.
Okay.
And I think, like, if it's a hella cheap book, I found it. Well, I found it in a thrift store. See, I be in thrift stores. I got a book for like 50 cents. That's like where they do that at. But if you can get it, it's called Becoming Human. It's just basically highlighting things that we do that we don't even realize that we do. That's like, damn, we hella robotic. So that's what I mean. Like, don't be like Siri and shit. Be a person. People, that shit touches people. Oh, damn, you looking for some peanut butter? Shoot, me too. My son eating a lot of PB&J's.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, my grandson. I'm talking to an old lady. A lot of people think, like, oh, this old white lady racist and all that. But no, she cool. She just getting peanut butter, too, for her grandkids.
Yeah.
That's probably mixed.
I mean, that's the thing, too. Do you mind if I steal this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but that's what again, like, I believe, like, there is racism out there and stuff like that, but I feel like hate's taught.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because I've never experienced it in my life. Of course I know it's out there, but I just feel like if you're a good human, like, people are going to treat you like a good human. If you just assume, like, the worst, like, that everyone's out to get you, like, all this, like, again, the victim mentality, like, thing, like I don't want to dim down any, like, people's, like, past, like, family, like, scars and stuff like that. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, yourself, like, you individual being now in this, like, lifetime now, like, I don't know, it's just.
If you ask a lot of people that question right there,
Yeah.
like, I'm not talking about your grandma. I'm talking about you. Have you ever had issues with racism, or, like, you really had police brutality? I promise you, a lot of people are going to say no. They're going to try to, but have you personally dealt with racism? Now, some people can say yeah, or maybe they can feel like they were, but, like, it could be like a white person and they didn't talk to them. White people have bad days too. I know when I'm having a bad day, I'm in the store. Somebody might be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I might be ignorant and not even respond. They probably were like, "Well, he doesn't like white people." So it's just like, nah. Sometimes, like, we let our own ignorance tell us what's, like, reality, and that's not even the fact. And you going off on this white, do you racist motherfucker? And he looking at you like, bruh, I just lost my homie, like my brother. Like, he just, I heard you, but my mind in a different place. So you got to understand, like, and I'm not glorifying you shoot up something, you need to go to jail or worse. But, like, people need to stop bullying people. Like, create monsters when you do that.
Hurt people, man.
You make good people do bad shit. I was watching this one video. And it's like he was like in the Navy and he killed his neighbors and they were all outside like shoveling snow. So I guess they all were having a bad morning.
Damn.
You know, and they were like just cussing at him and boom, 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 calling them like the F word. You know what I mean? We don't say that word no more, but they was calling them the F word.
Sorry, I'm coughing.
No, you good.
I'm pretty sure no one wants to hear that shit.
Like
but yeah.
It's calling them the F word and all these MFers and all this. And he was like, word, went in the house and got a gun and killed them. So it was like, damn, put your ego to the side, yo, and don't bother people. You don't know what kind of day they're having. And it just goes on the other hand, too. Like you said earlier, you can say, hey, how you doing? And acknowledge somebody in their head. They were going to go kill themselves when they left. But you should save their life and you ain't know it. So you'll be surprised. You know, that things we do unintentionally. You know, you can shit on somebody. Like, you know, you might date a girl and you're toxic and you call her a bitch and all this. You the 10th guy to call her that. And you like, damn, why did she kill herself? This pretty ass girl killed herself. You know what I'm saying? So never sleep with what's going on like what you can't see. You know, people underestimate what they don't know. So like I try to like be gentle with people. Like being an artist, you know, girls, you know, sometimes they gravitate towards me. It's been a lot of girls. I've been like, I understand where you want to go, but I'd rather be like somebody who can help you like achieve your goals versus just, you know, us swimming in like lust. That's stupid to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a talented artist or something like we in the studio and we fraternizing, that shit is unproductive. And don't get nothing accomplished and it can hold us back. Like we mess around, then something will go somebody's way, and then now like no good music can happen. All the music we did make when we was happy together, then when we shit don't go right, nobody wants to sing the songs together no more. It's awkward and all that. So I'll avoid that. Like if we gonna make music, let's be genuine homies and let's be good business partners. So like I try to be that male figure in the industry. Like I know I can go to Day One to get studio time and I can record my song, whether it's rapper or a singer, or you know, we can work together and he not gonna be trying to, you know what I'm saying? Focus. Like, and I try to like tell all the guys, like not that my guys on no shit like that, like, but I try to really remind them sometimes, like, look at the bigger picture.
Exactly. You gotta focus. You gotta keep that. That's there. There was a quote that like there's a quote that hit me, and it said, "Distractions are for the poor." Like it's like, because like it's hard. Focus is a hard thing. Like to focus on one task and continuously do it. Like I feel like is the difference between like, you know, successful people and people who don't like make it if they're trying to do like certain things and like try to push. You know what I mean? It's because again, it's that intention, that like when you put all your focus, you're 100% into something. Like you're gonna get results.
You gotta be disciplined. You know what I mean? You know, everybody's going. It's like anything. It's so many temptations in life. So many, you know, addictive things, all that. You know, just that discipline. You know, for real. That's just, you know, any other person would be like they gonna have their way. You know what I mean? And it's just power is supposed to be in the right hand. So if I have the power, you know what I mean, to sleep with a lot of women, quote unquote, y'all can't see the quotation fingers.
Yeah.
But I don't, and I rather like empower them and like, you know what I mean, show them that male friends exist. You can have friends in this industry that's gonna try to make, you know what I mean, the best of any opportunity that we can do together, not just get you undressed. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be like that. I want to big up the whole community as much as I can and keep it professional. You know what I mean? And have a environment where everybody eats. Everybody has to work. You know what I mean? Like, this can't be the school project where that one person is just on their phone and three other people and you know, doing the job. Like, everybody has to be hands-on and to get the job done and then to work for everybody. You know, that's my vision at least. But yeah, man.
Nice. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You know, you just do it with action. Dude, I love it, fam. Thanks again. Yeah, we can keep going forever.
For real.
Yeah, dude.
Where we at? Like 4 hours?
Now it's my next moves, right? Honestly, but like I think now like hour and a half is what I do.
Yeah,
like,
that's
just to keep it. Like, all right, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Stay safe. Peace.